Guys, we are back. Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon. As always, it is so great to see you here today. Now, guys, I literally just got back into my office. This past weekend, I spent, well, actually, it was the next episode of the Photography, Trek, and Adventure series. And this episode brought us up to Lake Chuma up near Solvang in Santa Barbara. And guys, it was absolutely incredible. See, you might notice as more of these Photography, Trek, and Adventure series getting pushed out, you're going to notice that there's going to be some trips where are a little bit more kind of sketchy, a little bit more dangerous, and so I don't want to say dangerous, but a little bit more extreme situation. Joshua Tree, very hot. Glamis, very hot. Lake Chuma, this is where this was meant to be more of a family outing, and I brought my son with me as well. And guys, it was incredible, and all you parents out there will really appreciate where I'm coming from with what I'm going to share with you here. See, my son, as many of you know, he is 5.5 years old, so there's a lot of things that he's not done. And as a parent, I've found there's nothing more rewarding seeing your son, or your child rather, go past or establish new things that they've never done before. So for example, my son, he was a little creeped out about walking on a dock, for example, and where I had to bring him with me, with this hand, and kind of like, hey, everything's okay, docks are meant to move. So I rented a big pontoon boat, figured this would make it a lot more space, a lot more comfort for him to be on the boat. And at first getting onto it, he was really not feeling it until we got out into the marina and I let him drive the pontoon boat. Guys, it was all over from there. He had a blast. You should drop the hammer one more time. Whoa! Whoa, we're going super fast, dude. That's just a little example of how much fun he was having. And by the end of the day, guys, he was telling me how to drive a boat. Yeah, I had a hard time getting him off the boat at the end of the day. The following day, he wanted to go back, but unfortunately, that was Saturday, and the marina was already sold out. But anyway, it was an amazing weekend. And really, guys, the entire trip went absolutely amazing. Right before I left, I picked up a 100-500, which I was utilizing this quite a bit up there. A lot of really amazing colors with the sunsets, but I'm not going to ruin much of that Photography, Trek, and Adventure series or that episode coming up, so you're definitely going to want to stay tuned on that. All right, getting back over to Photography Talk, episode 45, guys. I think Canon has really outdone themselves with their lineup of RF lenses, and every photographer that I speak to that shoots Canon really agrees with me as well. But the RF lineup as it stands today will be greatly expanded in 2021 if these rumors pan out that I'm going to share with you. But before we dive into all the big news from Canon and Nikon, hey, I do want to take a moment and really thank you for taking time out of your day and tuning in. It really does mean a lot to have you loyal viewers here, and it's a lot of fun to interact with you guys in the comments below. Now, if you have subscribed, thank you so much for being part of our family, and if you haven't, well, I sure would appreciate you considering do so. Subscribing to our channel is just one of the steps that you need to do in order to qualify for our monthly giveaways, so please take a moment and again consider hitting that subscribe button down below. We'd love to have you part of our family. And speaking of contests, I'm going to be announcing the winners of our previous contest and reveal the prizes we have for our new contest in just a few minutes. But first, guys, let's talk about photography. Kicking things off, we want to hear from you. And when I say we Photography Talk, we want to hear from you. Now, as I mentioned a moment ago, I just got back from another awesome photography trek and adventure, and I'll be discussing it more in detail in a video coming up in the upcoming weeks. But last week, we went live with our photography trek and adventure Joshua Tree episode, and if you haven't seen that, I'm going to put a link to that in the description below. And in this video, you're going to see me crack open a beer, an Icelandic beer, and it was incredibly hitting the spot. In the comments below the video, I got a comment back from Gary Hook on that Joshua Tree video about the beer I should try. And he was Dragon's Milk White Ale or something like that. So not only did this beer look like a great beer that I should try, but it also, guys, the light bulb went off. You see, Gary's suggestion also got the wheels turning about how I can get you guys more involved in my adventures. Now, the whole point of these photography trucking adventures is always to bring you guys along with me. Well, now I want to bring along not only your favorite beer, but also your favorite recipes. So, in the comments below, I want to hear from you your recommendations on what beers to try, or if you'd rather share a recipe that fits an overland adventure, leave a comment below about that. And basically, you're going to see me trying out the beer, giving my thoughts of the beer, and kind of like having a beer of the adventure, something like that. But the recipe itself, I'm going to actually make the recipe on video. And so, guys, I want to try new things you guys like and learn from the experiences and the expertise of food and drink in the wilderness. Now, I'm going to go through all the comments. I'm going to pick a beer and a recipe, and I'm going to try that out on our next photography trek and adventures. Now, if your recommendation is selected, I'm going to give a shout out, or I'm going to give you a shout out in the video, and I'm also going to send a $25 Amazon gift card to the person with the winning beer recommendation, and another $25 Amazon gift card to the person with the winning recipe recommendation. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, so get down in the comments, and with regards to the recipe, you can either post the recipe there, or you can post a link to the recipe as well. And since Gary's comment sparked the idea, he's going to get a $25 Amazon gift card. Gary, thank you very much for the tip. So put your recommendations in the comments below. I am excited to try out some of these new things to eat, drink on our next adventure. Now, with that out of the way, Canon's RF lens lineup is going to be off the charts. Now, those of you that have been following on this channel for a little while, you know that I used to be a Nikon shooter, and that I switched to Canon largely part because of the RF lenses. Now, the current RF lineup is absolutely outstanding, but in 2021, it's set to be absolutely crazy good. Now, according to Canon rumors, there's going to be 16 new RF lenses coming out in 2021. Yeah, 16. Now, of these 16, 13 of them are rumored to be L-series glass, and there's also some revolutionary new lenses thrown in there for, call it good measures, I suppose. Now, check out these here. Now, there's going to be 4 new zoom lenses. You have a 10-24 f4L, you have a 14-34, that's a f4L, and you have a 70-200 f4L, and there's a 100-400 5.6 to 7.1. And then there are going to be 10 prime lenses. You have the 24mm 1.8, you have a 35mm 1.2L, a 50mm 1.8, a 100mm 2.8L, a 135 1.4L, a 400mm 2.8L. Yeah, that's going to be a beast of a lens. 500mm that's a f4L. You have a 600mm f4L, a 800 5.6L, and then of course the behemoth, the big guy, the big Cholula. I can't think of anything else to say that sounds kind of funny, but anyways, a 1200 f8L. Man, guys, if that doesn't get you fired up, man, your wood is wet. I can't take credit for that phrase. I heard that a while back, but it seems fitting for this moment. Anyways, Canon is rumored to also have 2 autofocus tilt shift lenses scheduled for the release of next year as well. A 14mm f4L and a 24mm 3.5L. Now, of course, this roadmap is absolutely bonkers, and admittedly still, this is rumor at this point. Plus, this whole pandemic thing could easily throw production, or throw the production of these lenses off track by a large margin. Who knows? We'll see what's coming in this, obviously, next year. However, if Canon doesn't end up getting all these lenses out next year, this roadmap still provides a good look into the impressive pursuit of building a deep selection of RF glass. Of course, I never regretted switching over to Canon, but now that I see this lens roadmap, guys, I'm even more excited to be a Canon shooter than ever before. Now, in other Canon news. Now, in the past, we've talked about rumors that Canon is developing a super mega high resolution 80 megapixel RF mount monster to be released in 2021. Now, nothing has been confirmed yet, but with the recent discounts to the 5DS and the 5DSR, it's easy to see how Canon might be clearing up space for a new high megapixel flagship camera. And when I say that the 5DS and the 5DSR have been discounted, guys, I mean bargain basement pricing right now. For example, the 5DS is usually $34.99. But it's on sale at the moment for $1,299. That's a 63% discount. The 5DSR is on sale for $14.99, and that's a 65% discount. Guys, I remember when these cameras first came out back in 2015. Their 50.6 megapixel sensors don't seem as impressive now, but 5 years ago, man, it was big news. I mean, it is still an impressive camera. Now, are they the right camera for every photographer? No, not at all. But some of you might be in the market for a high-resolution DSLR, and if that's the case, these two cameras are basically a steal right now. Now, check out the description below for links to these cameras. All right, here we go. The rumored Nikon Z9 Specs are here. Now with the US R5 and the Sony A9 Mark II getting high praise, Nikon needs that Z9 to really impress in order to keep up. Rumors indicate that the Z9 will have all the specs it needs to do just that. Along with a 46 megapixel sensor, the Z9 will reportedly have 8K video with 30 frames per second, 4K video at 120 frames per second. Now guys, there's going to be improved autofocus system, dual card slots, and a blackout free EVF. And we can expect to see 20 frames per second continuous burst rate as well. Now add in their native ISO range from 64 to 25,600, GPS, Wi-Fi, gigabit, LAN, and you have the markings of a really nice upgrade to the Nikon Z line. Now it seems although Nikon is aiming to release the Z9 in the fall of 2021. As I mentioned earlier, the pandemic may have something to say about when this camera sees the light of day. With all the headlines wrapped up, let's talk about our winners of our last giveaway. Drum roll, please. Lauren Schofield, you won the ViewSonic VP3881 38-inch monitor. J. Cook Aerial Photography LLC, you won the ViewSonic VP3481 34-inch monitor. Roger Solinsky, and I hope I'm saying your last name correctly, you won a year's worth of coffee from the folks over at F-Stop Coffee. And Larry Halley, you won the $100 Adorama gift card. As always, a big congratulations to all of you that won a prize. Now remember that you have 14 days to contact us using the Contact Us form on our website to claim your prizes. Once we verify you as one of the winners, we're going to send the prizes out to you right away. Be sure to check the description below for the complete contest rules and a link to our contact page. Now let's get to the list of the prizes that we have for our next giveaway. We have an F-Stop Dalston backpack, we have a Wander Duo day pack, we have of course the $100 Adorama gift card. Entering the giveaway is really simple. Step 1, like this video and subscribe to our channels. Step 2, leave a comment below. In fact, the more of our videos that you watch and leave a comment on, the more chances that you have to win. So get watching some of our other videos and leave some comments. Step 3, register on PhotographyTalk and introduce yourself in the forum. Now, if you have registered on the site during one of our last giveaways, you are still eligible to win. But as I keep saying, swing on by, say hello, we would love to see you. And friend, that is it. For complete details on the giveaway, including how to register on PhotographyTalk and how to say hello in the forum, check out the description below. Good luck. Well, there you go, guys. Photography Talk episode 45 is in the bag. If you found some value, if you were mildly entertained, if you like this video, do all that YouTube stuff right now. Again, it really does help the channel. So like it, hit that subscribe button. Plus, we'd love to have you part of the family, and hit that bell. Crash it, smack it, kick it, whatever you need to do, so therefore you're notified each time that we come out with a new video. All right, friends, I'm gonna go jumping out of here. You get out there, stay healthy, and create your best shot.